Hey everyone, Travis here at the Gravity House with Cop. Just to talk a little bit about stuff. About a week before the NALCS is starting, Cop, are you prepared?
I think so. We've been practicing every now and then, and we just started scrimming again today. And I don't know, it seems like we're doing pretty well. I think we definitely have what it takes to make that fourth spot, and I think we'll be ready by the time LCS comes.
What was it like making the jump from Curse over to Gravity?
It was a big change just because I've been with Curse for basically since I started playing, and just having, I was just used to calling myself Curse Cop. I had that name for like 2 or 3 years. Liquid was my manager / team owner for basically the whole time, and so I always looked to him for answers, and just having like a new person to look to for answers and new team, it's a pretty big change.
Was Liquid kind of like a father figure to you?
My gaming father figure, yes.
Very good. Now, I was just talking to St. Vicious, who was telling me that a lot of the teams haven't been able to scrim because they've had all these different players out. So what do you think is going to happen in the beginning of the LCS? Because it feels as though with so little practice, the teams are just going to be looking kind of funny.
I think we'll definitely have an advantage at the start just because we have like all the new Korean players coming over. We have Dignitas with, I think, 2 new players. Right. Winter Fox has 2 new Koreans. Curse has Piglet and Phoenix. So every team that's like up there besides, I think C9 and TSM only got a new jungler from Europe, so they're okay. Every team's just going to be really late to practice, and they might have language barrier issues, all that, so they got to figure all that out.
What do you think of the new Gravity House?
I actually love this house. Out of all the gaming houses I've been in, this is probably the best one just because it's definitely, it's not bigger than the first house I moved into, but we had way more people in that one. But this one just feels more cozy and relaxed just because we only have 6 people living here, and pretty much everyone gets their own room, and all the food places I like are in walking distance. We have a Costco right across the street, so I could maybe start cooking now. I don't even need a car, and there's like a really nice mountain view across, so I like the area a lot.
Now, you guys are pretty close to where the Winter Fox guys live. You can hang out with them at all? Talk to Alltech? Discuss AD carry secrets?
I talked to him on Skype about all that stuff, so I don't really need to,
So walk down a couple,
I don't really need to see him, but they have a pretty nice place with a big, like a Wii setup, so we play Smash and all that. And it's a good place to chill after a game or something. I think they have poker night on Sunday, so play some poker with them, just relax, and I don't know, it's fun to have a gaming house near us just because usually they're also spread apart, and now we have friends we can hang out with.
Now, you are in kind of a weird position because you were on Curse, which is now Liquid, and then you ended up on the Academy team, which now became Gravity. Long story short, you're going to be playing against Piglet in the North American LCS. So many people hyping up this like double lift Piglet rivalry, but is there going to be any kind of like, oh hey, Cop is playing against Piglet, and it's kind of weird because he's to lane with Xpecial and blah blah blah?
I don't really view a rivalry out of that at all. I don't know. Like when he moved into the house, I learned a lot from him just watching him play scrims with the team, and I'm gonna probably do the same in LCS and just try to learn from how he plays.
Do you think he will beat you in lane?
He is a very good player. I think we've played them twice in scrims, and one game he destroyed me in the next game. I went like 11-1 on Tristana, so we're pretty even there.
There's a whole bunch of format changes that are hitting the LCS, and I don't think too many pro players have commented on them, but for one, you don't have super weeks anymore. There are 5 games per day rather than 4. There's talk about like there being more sort of traveling events and that kind of thing. What are your thoughts on all the changes?
I haven't actually looked into any of the changes. I don't really look at any league news except.
Well, I've just informed you of all of them. Mm-hmm. So okay, right now, boom! You've just discovered there's not going to be super weeks. Are you sad about that? Are you happy about it?
I'm actually pretty happy about that. I didn't really like the days where we just play 2 or 3 games a day, three days a week instead of 2. It felt kind of inconsistent, and it just helps us prepare better for 2 games. And then I remember, it was so hard to prepare for 4 games just because you only had so little time, and then that also reduced the amount of people you could scrim that week. So it was just kind of a messy week, but it seems more reliable now.
Any thoughts on 5 games per day?
I'm fine with that. I like the days where you play 2 games in one day, just because.
I don't think you have that though. I think it's just that everybody plays one, but it's 10 teams, so everybody plays, or there's 5 games.
I guess that'll be the only thing I miss about the old schedule, just because the first game was like a big warm up for the second one, and so I always played better in that one. But no, it's fine. Probably better for viewership.
As we wind up this interview, I do want to ask you about the female anime character that was featured at the start of this interview, because I've never been in like the cop training facilities before, aka your room, and I was kind of fascinated. I don't really follow anime at all, so.
I actually watch a ton of anime. I think that might be one of the reasons why I don't duo a lot. It's because I'm usually in my room, either watching anime or sleeping. So I'm a pretty big anime fan. That piece is from Gurren Lagann. I got it at some random anime warehouse convention type thing that was going on. And it was only $20, so, or no, that one was 15, and those 2 pieces on the floor next to it were 20, so it was too good of a deal not to take. I would have lost money not buying them, so that's why I bought it.
Do you consider yourself like an anime art collector?
Not yet. Maybe one day. I'll get there. And maybe one day I'll actually hang them up instead of propping them against my backpacks.
Well, one can dream. What placing in the NALCS would it take for you to be able to celebrate by expanding the very beginnings of your anime art collection and also by hanging them up on the wall?
It's easy. 4th.
4th?
I'm taking 4th.
Okay.
It's my birthright.
Have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you would like to say to any of the comp fans out there, or comp fangirls, because I found out recently you have a lot of them?
Do I? Whatever, I'll move on from that one. But thanks to the fans for supporting me and the team, and hopefully we can bring them a good season. And thanks to Davis, the owner of Gravity. I always get it mixed up. I'm sorry. Gravity Gaming, and thanks for just helping us out and supporting us.
Well, that's it. That's Travis signing out from the Galaxy Gaming House. You can check out the rest of our coverage of all things LCS at ongamers.com.